I was already the IDG head, sir.
You were already the
Yes, sir.
idea. Para maklarify kasi magulo kanina yung pagtatanong.
He knows him, sir.
Kikita-kita kayo eh. Diba?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes. Kaya huwag ka na magsinungaling.
You told us that on February 1, during the operation of Colonel Alejandro, you were on leave.
No, sir. During the operation of Colonel Buyakaw, that I was on
You were on
leave.
leave also of the...
No, no, sir. No, sir. I did not say that.
Reminder, General Karamat, please, reminder po, huwag po tayo magsisinungaling sa hearing na to. You can reply, please.
As to the charter, Mr. Chair, I'm not privy po, and I'm not aware po. But I just remember at the time, APECO did not have licensees, kaya hindi lang sila sinama during the deliberation sa Senate po.
But there was a POGO operation in APECO. Yeah, nga.
No.
Who issued that license to that POGO?
Congressman, I wanted to be clarified as well. So, medyo hindi ko masyado naintindihan yun. So, it was included in that Republic Act, but prior to that, there was an operation. There was an operation. Of that Republic Act, what? 11590.
I yield to my slot.
Already raw kasi...
No, I yield my slot to Chairman Akop. I will just have my time after Chairman Akop.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Magagalit si Ace.
okay, so if you don't want to ask question, the chairman will be asking something. Okay, there is...
Teka. I did not yield my...
I thought you're yielding your time to Congressman Paduano and Congressman Barbers.
Honorable Paduano is yielding his time to me.
Your slot. Okay, go ahead, Congressman Akop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I ask the Undersecretary Cruz, when was the raid of Tamban conducted?
Your Honor, it's March 13, 2024, Your Honor.
March 13.
Yes, sir.
Would it be true that the information that you had a meeting for March 13 in a certain camp in Region 3?
What particular meeting, Your Honor?
Did you have a meeting at Camp General Servilio Aquino of the Northern Luzon Command before the raid?
Before the raid, yes, sir. Sa NOLCOM po, sir, meron.
Yeah, that's the question that I...
Yes, sir,
I
meron
asked.
po, sir.
And in that meeting, informations were received by your office na lumalabas na yung mga tao doon sa Pogo Hub sa Bamban. Would that be correct?
Yes, sir. That's true, Your Honor.
Yes, that's true. And because of that, inapuran nyo na yung pag-conduct nyo ng raid.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I know, what were the expected, or what was the expected number of people that you would find the Pogo Hub?
During our pre-op, sir, we're expecting around 1,000 to 1,500 foreign nationals ang dadatnan po namin, sir.
And how many were you able to arrest?
Sa record po namin, sir, about mga nasa 300 na lang po, sir, yung mga dinat na namin mga foreign nationals.
So, what was in your mind then?
Definitely, sir, nagkaroon po ng leakage.
Definite.
Yes, sir.
Sagot po nyo sa akin, definite.
Yes, sir,
nagkaroon ng
definitely,
leakage.
sir.
Kaya kumonte yung naratnan ninyo.
Yes, sir.
May I ask if General Karamat still here?
Present, Your Honor.
Okay. Narinig mo yung sagot ni Jose Cruz doon sa Kwan sa tanong ko.
Yes, sir.
Kung ba na definitely nagkaroon ng leakage noong March 13 na operation, which included the Office of the Criminal Investigation and Detection. Tama?
Yes, I heard, Your Honor.
Yeah. Now, yung dahilan doon sa isang raid kung bakit yung bang Bamban na Yusek Cruz yung elements ng CIDG galing na sa Regions 1 in Cordillera?
Yes, sir. Actually, kaya po na-delay, Your Honor, yung pagdating ng elements from the Region 1, sir, dahil medyo malayo po, sir. So that's why we need to, yung grupo na lang namin, sir, ang talaga nagtulong-tulong para maisara, sir, yung mga lalabasan, sir, ng mga nasa Pogo hubs.
But the participating units knew of the raid?
Yes, sir. Kasama po namin, sir, yung CIDG nun, sir. Yes, sir.
Nung CIDG elements from where?
NCR, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. There was also a raid conducted on the same area by the CIDG alone. Tama po ba? I think that was, tatanong kanina, that was February of
2023, Your Honor.
Yes. Yun yung tanong ni Honorable Busita na CIDG lang ang nag-operate. Tama po?
That's what I heard, Your Honor.
Yes. Tama rin po ba, General Karamat?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes. And ang nag-lead ng raid, tatanong ni General Busita, I understand it's si Colonel Alejandro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. At after the raid, na-relieve siya.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero hindi pa ikaw ang CIDG head.
I was already the CIDG head, sir.
You were already the
Yes,
CIDG.
sir.
Para maklarify kasi magulo kanina yung pagtatanong.
Yes, sir.
Diba? So you were already the CIDG head when Colonel Alejandro raided yung Pogo Hub sa Bamban Tarlac in February of 2023.
That's correct, Your Honor, sir.
Now, let's go back to the question of the Honorable Busita. Magulo kanina. Because of our time. Yan lang sa question na yun eh. Issue na yan. You relieved Colonel Alejandro how many days after the raid?
A day after the operation, sir.
A day after the operation.
Yes, sir.
Now, Honorable Busita did not ask you the reason why. I'm asking you the reason why a day after the operation you relieved the head of the team which operated against the Pogo Hub in Bamban Tarlac.
Yes, sir, because there was already scheduled revamp among all my commanders, sir. Actually, it was not Colonel Alejandro was issued order on that day. There were several regional commanders who were included in that reshuffle, sir.
Do you know the mayor of Suwal, Pangasinan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And how close are you with him?
Being a former policeman, I know him as a colleague also, as a police, sir.
But you are very close with him. Together with retired General Ronald Lee. Would that be correct?
I cannot answer for General Ronald Lee, sir.
Well, as a while ago, may mga pictures kayo eh. Kaya na pinisinta ng chairman kanina. Ako, I have pictures. Would you still deny that?
I could only answer for myself, sir. But I suppose General
You do
Lee
not
was
know-
once the provincial director in Bulacan, sir. I'm in Pangasinan, sir, so I suppose he knows him, sir.
Kikita-kita kayo eh. Diba?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes. Kaya huwag ka na magsinungaling. Marami nang naipadala sa akin na information eh. Kaya, so the reason why Colonel Alejandro after the raid in Bamban was issued because meron ng plano na i-reshuffle ninyo. That's your official answer.
Yes, Your Honor, sir.
And you think this representation would believe that?
Come again, Your Honor, sir.
And you think this representation, ipaniniwalaan po yun? Sinabi nyo?
I believe so, sir, because I was the one who authorized that operation in Banban. I give them clearance, sir. So, there is no reason na talagang i-relieve ko dahil doon sa operation nila dahil ako mismo ang nagbigay ng clearance sa operations na yun.
Wait. I'm sorry, Chairman, ako. Because a while ago, you were telling us that you were on leave. Now, sinasabi mo...
That was a different operation, Your Honor, sir.
No. Wait. You told us that on February 1, during the operation of Colonel Alejandro, you were on leave.
No, sir. During the operation of Colonel Buyakaw, that I was on
You were on
leave.
leave also.
No, sir. No, sir. I did not say that.
Anyway, Comsec, can you kindly backtrack the video? We wanted to find out. But for the meantime, you go ahead, Congressman Chairman Akop. Again, reminder, General Karamat, please, reminder po, huwag po tayo magsisinungaling sa hearing na to. Go ahead, Congressman Akop.
El Karamat,
Yes, sir.
would you know if the mayor of Sual Pangasinan really the boyfriend of Madam Mayor, former Mayor Alice Go? Not Congressman Batawil or Mayor Batawil, as insinuated by the Honorable Abante.
The same, sir. I could give my answer based on evidence, sir.
Based on evidence. And what you're trying to tell this representation and the committee is that you do not have any evidence.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Siya. El Karamat, maraming marites eh. Nakakarating po dito sa Maynila, ano pa kaya doon? Ba?
I will stick with my answer, Your Honor, sir, that I have no evidence, sir.
Okay. Kasi, kung titingnan po ninyo kasi, yung pagtatanong ko kay Yusek Cruz, definitely nagkaroon ng leakage, yun ang statement niya. Saan po kaya manggagaling yung leakage? Kundi doon sa mga nakakaalam na merong operation against the Bamban Pogo Hub. Di po ba?
Sir, the operation...
You are an investigator. Alam mo na yung mga connections na yun, di po?
Sir, I was not informed on that operation, sir. I was on leave abroad, sir. Sir, knowledge talaga kami, sir. Even my command group, sir, were not informed of that operation, sir.
Yeah. Yusek Cruz, why were there two search warrants to secure for such an operation?
For the Banban operation, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. There were two search warrants.
Why?
Malaki po kasi, sir, yung compound. So, we need to use two search warrants.
There were 36 buildings in that 9 hectare or 10 hectare property, right?
About 10 hectares, Your Honor.
Now, have you asked PAGCOR kung lahat po ng building o yung operations doon may lisensya lahat?
Ang kwento po sa amin, sir,
PAGCOR kung may
yes,
lisensya
sir.
lahat, yung 36 buildings na yun?
We were told that only one building and that's the second, third, fourth, and fifth floor lang, sir, yung may license. We did two search warrants, Your Honor. Kasi where the owner or maybe the operator during that time think that we will be raiding lang, sir, yung isang building. But what we did, sir, is we applied for the whole compound. So kasi, sir, alam namin yung pinakikitang building sa PAGCOR is the building that they want to be inspected because wala kang makikita talaga doon, sir. It's like they are pulling all the inspectors with that building. So what we did, we applied for the whole compound, sir. So we can get yung mga scam farms nila, sir.
Let's leave that. Let's go to the raid at the subdivision in Tuba Benguet. Secretary Harry,
Yes,
I heard
Mr.
you
Chair.
mention that it belongs to a corporation with you having share so far as that corporation is concerned.
Ang
Tama po?
interest po. Opo.
When you say interest, may shares po kayo?
Well, nominal share po ako ngayon, pero gaya ng aking sinabi, we're in the process of reorganization and reallocating assets as part of estate planning at ito pong Baguio property, talaga pong bago pa mangyari itong raid nito, ay talagang pinili ko that I want it back.
May I know the name of the corporation?
Na-submit ko na po sa Secretariat, PH2, mahaba ang pangalan eh. Binigay ko na po sa Secretariat po yung contract of lease.
And
at,
yes.
at
And the majority shareholder is Biancham.
Biancham
Holdings.
po. Biancham.
Mr. Chair, may I ask that the SEC give us the documents so far as this corporation is concerned? And
Okay,
Mr. Chair.
yeah, thank you so much. As a matter of fact, Congressman Akop, we have submitted, they have submitted the SEC a lot of documents pertaining to incorporators of the different companies. But this one is a different.
Mr. Chair, I have committed to submit it before this honorable committee.
Yeah. A while ago, we asked for that copy already.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we're
and I've
expecting
committed, Your
to
Honor.
submit it in the soonest possible time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, according to the Chairman Paduano, documents should come from
Yes.
That's-
I think we asked the. Okay. SEC, can you kindly give us also the documents pertaining to the corporations that was registered to your agency? Asan ang SEC? Ayun, ha? You know the name of the company already, correct? Yes, we'll give you the name of the company. Furnish us as soon as possible. Thank you.
And as Secretary, I heard also that you would eventually it would become yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
You intend to buy all the shares?
Well, ang mangyayari po is Biancham owns PH2. Biancham will transfer the shares of PH2 to another holding corporation that I will be controlling, Your Honor.
And would you be at liberty to name the future owner?
Yes, Your Honor. It is Lopez Roque Holding Corporation.
May I go to Madam Andrea?
Opo, sir.
It has been sinasabi po ng lahat media na it was during your time at mami po yung Pogo. Tama po ba?
Hindi ko po alam kung saan ang basis noon, pero ang nagawa po namin ay yung mga existing noon na Pogo na offshore gaming operations, nagpa-license po sa amin at siguro po meron mga bagong nagpa-license. Pero po yung sinasabing proliferation, tulad po ng nabanggit noon, marami na po yan talaga sa Makati nung pang before 2016 at sa meron na rin po sa Clark. So hindi ko po alam kung ano yung base ng proliferation, from what base ang number ng akala nila na meron hanggang doon sa nag-regulate na ang PAGCOR.
Kailan po kayo naging chairperson ng
July 1, 2016 po.
July 1, 2016? Thereabouts, inilabas po yung executive order number 13.
After 1 year, nilabas po yung executive order number 13 noon pong February 2017.
2017?
Opo.
Sigurado po kayo.
Opo.
So, before that, meron ng mga Pogo.
Before po yun, talaga pong may
Kasi yung
nag-call
mga
po ng...
previous hearing namin, may mga nagsasabi na wala pang Pogo noon. Baka meron na, pero hindi lang Pogo ang pangalan.
Opo, ang pangalan po nila, pasensya na po kayo kasi...
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Ang pangalan po nila noon ay iGaming Service Providers. Pero po itong iGaming Service Providers na to na nakalocate po sa Makati at ibang lugar, meron na pong nalaman na intelligence na ang yung mga yon ay operators na rin. Kaya po ang nangyari, nagkaroon ng move na nag-information po ang Malacanang na gano'n, kaya po nagkaroon ng move na kung nandyan yan, dapat either pasarhan na o kaya i-regulate. Ang naging choice po, i-regulate. Kasi po, ang nangyayari po na sinasabi nila na service providers sila, kahit na po sila ay operators na ng offshore gaming, para po hindi sila magbayad ng franchise tax. Ang nakukubra po ng gobyerno ng panahon na yon ay 50 million pesos a year. Nung pong i-take over po ng PAGCOR, nag-run, nung pong as of, hindi ko lang po alam exactong number, pero as of June 30, 2022, nung pong nag-retire ako from PAGCOR, mahigit 20 billion na po ang aming kinita. Yun po ay simula 2017, 18 at 19. Dahil after po nun ay pandemic na at talaga naman pong nagsara. Nag-resume lamang po ang operation at partial capacity nung pong later part ng 2019 nung pumayag ang IATF na ito ay considered na BPO.
Thank you, madam. In July of 2017, thereabout, 20 to 25 lang yung nag-apply sa
Opo.
And the group was led by a certain Mr. Kim Wong. Tama rin po ba?
Isa po siya sa mga nag-apply, pero po yung mga iba naman, titingnan niyo sa dokumento, kasi po, hindi naman po pwedeng mag-base ng decision dun po sa mga bali-balita. Pero po yung sa mga dokumento na sinagmit ng mga incorporators nila, iba-iba naman po ang mga ang mga shareholders at stockholders.
Pero during your time, pursuant to kung sa records po ng PAGCOR, it ballooned to 298?
Ay hindi po. Yun po ay, kasi po ang setup po, iba po yung operator, iba po yung service providers. Kasi po yung naging organization na ginawa namin para po separate nga po yung service providers at distinct po yun. Kasi po 5 klaseng services ang kailangan para makag-operate. Ang operator po, ang bali nagkakapital at bali po nag-i-integrate itong 5 services na to. Kung 5 services na yon, i-classify na po namin na isa-isa lang. Kung halimbawa po, yung service providers
PAGCOR, hindi po ba ang sabi nyo is 298 during the time ninyo?
Sir, the 298 po includes the licensees and the service
Yes,
providers
I agree.
at the time.
Kasi po ang setup noon, iba po yung licensees, iba yung service providers. Kasi po, bago maka-operate nga, kailangan ng service provider ng customer service, strategic support, IT support, gaming software platform provider, at live studio and streaming. Pag po ganito ang aming pagkakategorize ng mga service providers, para po pag-intensyon ng aming monitoring and enforcement team, malalaman po nila na kung ito po ay production o yung gaming software platform provider, yun lamang pong makikitang makinarya doon at tao na kailangan ang makikita. Hindi po sila halo-halo. Kung sinabi pong production, halimbawa po, table games lang po ang nandun, yung pong dealer lang, yun lang pong table at yung monitors. Kung paghahalo-haluin ito, mahirap na pong i-monitor kung sila ay magsasama-sama at pagkatapos ay magkakaroon na rin sila ng pagkakataong mag-operate. Kaya po 2 layer po yun. Meron pong licensees at lahat po ng licensees, sila po ang nag-a-apply ng accreditation nitong 5 klaseng serbisyong ito. Kaya po pag ito nahuli, nape-penalize po yung mismong service providers at nape-penalize din po yung operator.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. There was a statement alluded to you that you allowed the licensing of POGOs pursuant to Executive Order Number 13 when you have not still completed your study insofar as these establishments are concerned.
Ang ganito po ang nangyari, nung issue po yung Executive Order 13, mandated na po na lahat po ng mga POGOs o yung offshore operating yung na-detect na nagkukuha ng bets na ang tawag ay mga service providers na umalis na. Meron pong vacuum of regulation. So talaga po kami, kailan po ba magi-start kung magbabagong negosyo ka o magbabagong profession ka? Talaga po yung team namin, nag-form talaga kami ng OGLD. Puro po halos mga abogadong nandun. Pinag-aralan po yung mga ibang modelo at in-interview po yung mga taong nag-i-engage dyan para malaman po ang setup. Kasi po kung hindi gagawin yon at may vacuum po sa regulation, marami pong perang mawawala sa ating gobyerno, sa revenues. At pangalawa po, lalo pong magiging walang mag-takeover, illegal po sila lahat.
Marami pong salamat, ma'am. Narinig po ninyo yung opening statement ni Madam Katrina Enrile kanina, di po ba? And ano po yung tutan nyo po doon? I think this is your opportunity to refute all these statements alluded to PAGCOR during that time.
Marami po kasi siyang nasabi at hindi ko po na-catch lahat sa notes ko. Una po, gusto ko sana pong magpaumanhin kay Senator Enrile. Wala pong intensyon, PAGCOR, na kami ay manakit sa SESA. Nakasama ko po sa 9th Congress si Senator Enrile at ako po ay talagang malaki ang respeto sa kanya. Yung pong paglalahad namin, ayun lang po ay yung information na nakuha namin noong mga panahong tinawag kami at sabihing pag-aralan kung ano itong offshore gaming. Yung po sa sinabi na tumatanggap ng taya ang mga offshore gaming operations o ang POGO sa loob ng Pilipinas, hindi po yun nangyayari. Kaya po ang tawag doon, offshore, ang tinatanggap lang pong pwedeng tayain ay doon po sa labas ng bayan natin. Yung sinabi rin po na...
May I interject, Congressman Acop? You have a a system that will be able to find out that the betting is not being done in the country? Because I heard that one of your service provider, if I'm not mistaken, the Global something that was tackled in the Senate was actually proven that they cannot do the task in accordance with the TOR that they have signed. And that's the reason why Chairman Altenco said that, well, maybe Attorney Fernandez can attest to this query of the chair about that contract that contracted by the PAGCOR with the service provider, a third-party audit platform that will check the betting of all those offshore gaming licensee. So, hindi na mirror di ba? As a matter of fact, that's the reason why parang it was cancelled by the PAGCOR.
Hindi ko po, ang alam ko po, sir, Chairman, yung global po, yan po, yung third part, hindi po yung service provider.
No, it's a global
auditor.
third audit platform system.
It went through the whole bidding process ng public bidding.
Yes, we know, ma'am. Ma'am, we know that. No, wait. I know that it goes to a lot of the usual procedure of the procurement process. But what we are trying to say in here that it was manifested in the hearing that lahat ng mga TOR that were submitted hindi naging compliant yung global. And I have the minutes of the hearing in the Senate. I read it And doon nakasulat po that nag-fail yung global audit platform system. And the minutes of the Senate will prove me right that it was really a failure on the part of PAGCOR. Can you kindly, Raul Villanueva, you are nodding your head. Can you kindly tell us the conformity of what I read on the minutes of the Senate?
Your Honor, that's true, sir. There was, I think there was a problem during the procurement process.
And what was the problem?
I was one of those who were included in the investigation committee, and we investigated the process of how they come up with the global RCI to be the third-party audit of PAGCOR. And when we checked, there were some problems with the different stages in the procurement process.
Wait, Raul Villanueva. What we're trying to prove in here is not only the procurement process that was conducted by PAGCOR, but the veracity and the authenticity of their company
to
sir. Audit the betting offshore. At yun ang pinuprove natin dito that what I read in the Senate meeting, naging failure. Hindi nakita yun ang betting. Hindi malaman kung nagbe-bet sa offshore o nagbe-bet dito. Yun ang nakalagay sa Senate minutes I read it So confirm it. Kung hindi, mali ako. But I will read it back.
Ang ano kasi sir, yung Globalcom RCI sir, hindi naman talaga nag-function.
And that's the reason why, ma'am, yun ang binabanggit ko po na hindi nyo malalaman kung yung betting nangyayari dito sa atin o nangyayari sa ibang bansa. Sinasabi lang natin na offshore betting. But the reality, yung auditor na dapat mag-audit ng mga nangyayaring betting, hindi nila nagagampanan yung kanilang tungkulin. We paid on that. But it was a failure.
I beg your indulgence, Mr. Chairman. Pag kung sinabi nila nag-fail at hindi umandar, ay hindi po siguro hindi po siguro totoo yun. Kasi po, meron po...
Ma'am, I beg to disagree because I read the whole report of the Senate. It was as thick as this. Pinagtsagaan ko pong basahin yan at nakita ko po yung third-party audit platform system that was hired by PAGCOR was a failure. Hindi nila nagampanan yung kanilang tungkulin. And it's being manifested by SBP Raul Villanueva. And if you're going to insist on that, madam, so we have to check the thick report that I have read. And it will bear me out of the authenticity of that report because even the official of the PAGCOR have manifested that there was indeed functioning of that platform services.
Ang alam ko po, ang BAC po ang gumawa niya ang lahat ng kanilang proseso para ma-assure nga po na tama itong nakuha ng third global. At mayroon po talagang mga report naman na meron po silang powerful software at hardware na nai-scan po nila yung mga IP addresses ng mga tumataya. At may mga reports din naman po kaming natatanggap na yung mga IP addresses na pwedeng iugnay na galing sa Pilipinas, nabablock po nila yan at siya naman po ay sinusumitin namin sa mga authorities para po i-take down. Ito po kasi, siyempre po may level of authorities ang bawat strata ng aming organisasyon. Sisimula po yan sa technical working group, tapos po pupunta sa BAC, at pagkatapos lang po with the certification of the BAC chairman that everything has been made, at saka po pupunta sa board. Ayun po.
Chairman. Chairman.
Wait. Before I recognize Congressman Paduano. So basically, ma'am, ang topic lang po natin is yung pong compliance nila sa TOR nila that they can produce positive auditing of the betting of those who want to bet on the offshore gaming. And unfortunately, it was established in that report that no action taken that was done by that company. Yun po yung nabasa ko po doon sa report. And now you are trying to tell us that indeed, that company delivers.
Depende po po. Kasi
Yeah,
kung
wait,
nire-report sa
ma'am, you're right po ha. So, ang sinasabi po ninyo, ma'am, na-deliver po nung company yon yung kanilang auditing that they are asked to deliver? Because...
Yes, sir. Kasi po, yung pong natanggap naming mga reports mula dun sa enforcement, meron po talaga silang na naging mas malaki po ang koleksyon at saka po meron po sila talagang pinapa-take down ng mga IP addresses na ma-attribute na galing sa Pilipinas.
Yes, Congressman.
Ganito lang po kasi discuss ni, with due respect to Ma'am Andrea Domingo, discussion procurement process nila. Alam na natin yan. But ganito, Mr. Chairman, as I have heard, if my correct yung pagkarinig ko, sasabi ni SBP Villanueva, na they have conducted an investigation with regards to this service provider. Now, siguro, Mr. Chairman, just to prove your argument with regards to the Senate discussion, Mr. Chairman, can I move that we direct PAGCOR to submit to this committee the result of such investigation with regards to that service provider?
Yeah, siguro tanong natin ng ano.
Sinabi niya na kanina, na may result may problema.
Yes, may problema nga.
Hindi kaya nga pinapasubmit ko, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, we will ask
para
them.
at least ma-prove lang.
Yeah.
Na indeed correct yung ano mo.
Sige, so there's a motion to submit all the documents pertaining to the action that was taken by the PAGCOR official on the contract between the Global something and the PAGCOR on the auditing of that offshore gaming. So any second motion, duly seconded on the objection, hearing none, the said motion is now approved.
Isa pa.
Next.
Chairman. I also move, Mr. Chairman, that PAGCOR should submit the co-audit report with regards to that.
Saka,
And COA also,
and
to direct COA also, Mr. Chairman, to submit the co-audit report with regards to that.
so babalik na po natin kay Congressman Acop, nagagalit
Thank
na
you,
po,
Chairman.
nakatingin na po siya na masama. So, joke lang. So,
Mr. Chairman, that's a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Hindi, sandali.
That's a motion.
What's the motion? Second the motion. Any objection? None. Approve. Okay. Okay na. Okay. Sir, last na. Kindly, give us also a copy. PAGCOR, please listen. Kindly submit to us pertaining to that subject matter with regards to the compliance of that company, no? Na assignment nila is to really give us ano yung betting na nangyayari outside Yun ang gusto namin makita. And to prove to everybody that hindi na natin monitor kung sino mga nagtataya dyan. Di ba? Give it to us. Okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Chair.
Now, the good chairman of the Committee on Human Rights to interject on the good chairman of
Please.
Transportation.
Please, related to sa tanong mo.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Chairman, di pa ako
Related po. Related lang. Related po.
Chairman, cannot refuse the chairman of
Yes.
the Committee on Human Rights.
I believe so.
Human rights violation yan.
That's human rights violation, which is under Congressman
Anyway,
Benny Abante. You are recognized.
Gusto ko
Wait.
lang ipaliwanag.
You wait for the recognition. You are recognized.
Gusto ko lang maipaliwanag po ng former chairman ng PAGCOR ang kaibahan ng operator at service provider. Puro may paliwanag niya, baka mayroong pagkakaiba itong mga tanong natin. Pangalawa, ano po pa talaga ang kaibahan ng function nila?
Yun po yung licensee na siya po ang offshore gaming operator talaga. Under po sa kanya ay mga service providers na 5 klase ang trabaho, 5 klaseng serbisyo. Ito po,
So, ibang license yun.
accreditation
Iba
po
ang
yun.
license ng operator, iba ang license ng service provider.
Yung pong service providers, dahil wala pong gaming na nangyayari sa kanilang stations, accreditation po ang binibigay. bawat isa pong Pogo, kailangan po mag-apply siya at magpa-accredit ng mga service providers na magpo-provide sa kanya ng service para po makapag-launch po siya ng operation. So, ang limang serbisyo po na kailangan niya, customer service, which provide customer service to players and cater to their various needs through direct contact and communication devices. Strategic support are entities that develop or improve the business processes of Pogo licensee, usually opening as the back office support. IT support, entities that provide technical support to Pogo licensees, such as but limited to the diagnosing and solving software faults and IT maintenance. Gaming software.
Ma'am, can you kindly put the mic much closer to you here clearly?
Gaming software platform provider are entities that provide proprietary products either as gaming systems or games themselves. At yung pong live studio and streaming, entities that provide real-time streaming of authorized gaming activities coming from live studios and or licensed gaming venues via the internet. Pinaghihiwa-hiwalay po talaga namin yan dahil hindi po pwedeng kumuha ng taya ang isa na stand-alone. Kailangan po, meron siya talagang lahat ng buong services na to para po makakuha ng taya at ang integrator po ng services na to ay yung Pogo licensee. Yung Pogo licensee po at ang maximum na license ay 63 pero wala din naman po yun operational lahat at hindi po yun operational all throughout na sabay-sabay. Noon pong by June 30, 2022, 34 na lang po ang aming license na operational na Pogos at 130 na lang po ang service providers. Yung pong tinatanong kanina, kasi po siyempre hindi naman po namin sa aming position doon sa organisasyon, hindi na po kami nakakapag-delve very deeply doon sa mga detalye. Kasi po, ang totoo lamang, ang PAGCOR, ang Pogo, wala pa po sa 10% ng trabaho ng PAGCOR. 90% po iba.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we understand your position as the chairman of the PAGCOR. And one of those services that was contracted by PAGCOR, no, ay minimal lamang po doon sa so much huge responsibility that